wonderful music and all her favorite people in the same room. I hope someone is pouring my mom a big glass of scotch right now. I'm mad because she has to be here virtually today. I'm Virginia, and my sisters, Sarah and Mary Lou, would like to thank you all for being here today to help us remember and celebrate our mom. One of the things that stands out to me most about our mom was how she loved sharing her passions with others. Her music, which we heard about, her cooking, her canning, her candy, who, if you ever got the tree of having some, you remember it. Her knitting, her photos, and her words. And if you were ever on the receiving end of her written words, whether it was one of her perfectly penned handwritten notes, her many Facebook comments, she was an active user, probably for some of you a report card even, you know the special gift that our mom had with words. And so as I started thinking about what I would say to you today, I decided to start by taking a look through some of the letters and notes that Mom had sent to me over the years. And let me tell you, between all the letters she sent to her 3 daughters and her 7 grandchildren, Canada Post is really going to feel the sting of 15 But it was always such a treat to open the mailbox and see a card with her beautiful handwriting on the envelope. As I read through all those letters, I felt like, and there were dozens, I felt like I was sitting right beside her again. And I think that's something that everyone in this church is longing to do one more time. Again and again, in those letters and cards to myself and my 3 kids, I was struck by our mom's gift for using her words to coach and guide us and subtly reinforce so many of the values that she lived her life by. So rather than speak to you today about our mom in my words, I'm going to speak to you through her words with a collection of different snippets from letters she's written to us over the years. I'm going to start with something that she wrote in a thank you note to my kids, and she was big on thank you notes. There were several, and we got reminded when she didn't get them in return. I also want to tell you 3 kids how very proud I am of you. Here's why. Number 1, you're very nice to your mother. Number 2, you help with jobs around the house. Number 3, you are all very clever. I would still be proud of you even if you weren't. Number 4, you engage in conversation in a very grown-up way. By that I mean you listen to what others say and then contribute your ideas. Number 5, you're thoughtful to your friends. Number 6, you share. Number 7, you stick up for the underdog. Number 8, you all have the best sense of humor. Number 9, you are good sports. Number 10, you are interested in many things. Multifaceted people are a gift to this world. She then closed with, I better not go on or you'll get swollen heads and your hats won't fit. This was in a note to my son Owen, congratulating him on his grade 8 graduation in June 2020 when the pandemic was in full swing. She said, I know this wasn't the graduation you hoped for, but remember, every 60 seconds you spend upset is a minute you will never get back. In a birthday letter to my youngest son, Cole, she said, you're a kind and caring young man. I always was drawn to guys who are nice to their mothers. I hope you stay that way forever. This is going to be a hard one for me to get through. In a birthday letter to my twins, she said, I find that since having cancer, I relish every birthday because it means another year to be with family and friends. Another year to revel in sunsets, nature, biking, good books, delicious food, and gardening. I'm sure at your tender age you don't think twice about any of those things. You enjoy them for the moment, that's true, but no one really treasures them until they are hard to get or completely unattainable. In a birthday card she made with a photo on the front that she'd taken in Belgium on one of her and Earl's cycling trips on a wall of clocks, she included this quote, time is the most precious and valuable thing we have in life, so use it wisely, live it happily, make the best choices, have no regrets, because once it's gone, you'll never get it back. sent me from an article she'd submitted to the local newspaper titled, Mr. and Mrs. Wren wrote, "A wren song would lift the spirits of the saddest being. Ornithologists would have a logical explanation for the wren song. Perhaps they're claiming territory or warning enemies, but I like to think that they sing for the pure joy of singing. And if you ever saw my mom play the piano, you know she played for the pure joy of playing." And in my daughter Campbell's 9th birthday letter, she wrote, "One of my favorite memories of you is a video your mom took when you were a baby. You were laughing so hard that you made us all laugh too. I'm glad you haven't lost that sense of fun and the ability to see the ridiculousness in everyday life. Sometimes life gets a bit heavy, and if you can't laugh a little, it's a drag." And from another birthday letter to one of my sons, "Here's what I wish for you. I wish for you to find the fun in sports and games, even when you aren't the winner. Be happy for the other guy. Put a smile on your face, shake his hand, and take the high road." Through passages like these, Lesle Campbell Park's voice lives on, reminding us that the best way we can honor her is to embrace every minute in the lives we have left by doing the things that bring us great joy, to spend more time laughing and less time being upset, to be kind, and to always be looking for ways to help others. And with that, I'm going to leave you with one final quote from a note my mom sent me for one of my birthdays. On the front of the card, there's a photograph she took of one of her beautiful loaves of bread that she made. And on the inside, she wrote, "There's an old Arabic proverb that says, 'She makes you feel like a loaf of freshly baked bread.' It is said about the nicest kind of people, the type of people who help you rise." And I think that quote perfectly captures our home. She took every opportunity to quietly help others be their best selves, whether it was her family, friends, students, or the community. Our mom lived her life in a selfless way, and we are all the better for all those big and little things she did to help us all rise. Thank you.